Well, Donald Trump is going to address the nation tomorrow night at 9 p.m. And it appears he will be announcing his surrender in his war in Iran after he made his own personal surrender as clear as he possibly could this evening.
Does Iran have to make a deal for the U.S. to end its operation in Iran?
No. That is Donald Trump surrendering from the first objective he announced in his war 4 weeks ago, which was, remember, the words unconditional surrender. Those two words. Unconditional surrender, of course, means, as we saw at the end of World War II, the surrendering country officially signing the surrender agreement, in which then both Germany and Japan at the end of World War II agreed to never fire a shot at the United States of America again and give the United States of America, in effect, complete control over their countries for the foreseeable future in 1945. That's what unconditional surrender was and is. Donald Trump quickly backed off his objective of unconditional surrender at the beginning of his war, within the first few days of his war, and to completely incomprehensible objectives, if there were any, that no one waging Donald Trump's war could ever explain to anyone. And when, much to Donald Trump's surprise and shock and amazement, Iran did the obvious in closing the Strait of Hormuz and shutting down 20% of the world's oil shipments, as well as crucial helium shipments and other important shipments through the Strait, Donald Trump's new objective in his war became opening the Strait of Hormuz, that was closed only because of his war. Donald Trump kept threatening Iran with greater and greater versions of what he called obliterating Iran if Iran didn't open the Strait of Hormuz by a certain deadline, sometimes 2 days away, sometimes 5 days away. And as those deadlines approached, each one of them, Donald Trump, of course, as Wall Street expected and as Wall Street put it, chickened out. Wall Street is where the term taco was coined, meaning Trump always chickens out. And Donald Trump has, as Wall Street says, chickened out on every one of his ultimatums that he has issued to Iran in his war, including the one that he issued yesterday at 7:26 a.m. when Donald Trump said in writing for the world to see, if for any reason a deal is not shortly reached, which it probably will be, and if the Strait of Hormuz is not immediately open for business, we will conclude our lovely stay in Iran by blowing up and completely obliterating all of their electric generating plants, oil wells, and Carg Island, and possibly all desalinization plants. So there was Donald Trump threatening to commit war crimes by destroying life-sustaining civilian infrastructure. And he said he was going to do it immediately. That was his time frame, immediately. He said he was going to do it, quote, if the Hormuz Strait is not immediately open for business. For everyone else in the world, immediately means immediately. For Donald Trump, it means nothing, because as Wall Street knows, Trump always chickens out.